10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Yep.
Welcome back. Welcome back to another night of Island Boys Football Talk. Today is Sunday, which means we know what it is. Our post-game reaction show. Of course, we got everybody. We got K Jizzle representing the Philadelphia Eagles. We got C Money representing the San Francisco 49ers. And Shridi representing the Carolina Panthers. Streaming live to you guys from our YouTube and Facebook platform at Island Boys Football Talk. And the show will be put on Twitter shortly for the live feed as well. Before I go into anything, I'd like to say to whoever is in 2024, a happy new year. We have persons around the world that is already in 2024. So a happy new year. We're still in 2023, and I think by some of the results today, we can't wait to get in 2024.
You good, man.
Uh Before I start, like usually would say, be sure to like and subscribe to our page. We keep up to date with all the latest news from the Panthers, 49ers, and Eagles. All right, so week 17 coming down to the end. We had 3 games to watch: Panthers, Jacksonville, Eagles, Cardinals, Niners, Commanders. As you can see by the scores at the bottom, it was good for Shane. I'll let KG decide how it was for him.
You see the jaws I got down, hold man.
And then for the Panthers, it's all about David Tepper throwing the glass of juice on somebody. So we're gonna dissect our games,
No
talk
problem.
about a little bit about it, and then that'll probably it. Cause I going shut soon. So I'll start first. Cause I going shut soon. It's
The
not
test don't
much.
start till 11 o'clock.
No, I going only because of the Panthers.
How about that?
So the Panthers went to Jacksonville riding on some high momentum, winning the game against Atlanta, and then almost pulling a comeback against um, Green Bay last week. No Trevor Lawrence, and that kind of made me very excited to see what the Panthers could do. Unfortunately, it felt like Frank Wright was still coaching the team. Weren't prepared. Team looked flat. We got beat on every single aspect of the game. It was not a very good game. Now, I don't care about the shutout because technically we wouldn't have been shut out if Guinero didn't pull his hamstring in the warm ups. Because we were on a lot of 4 downs and we probably would have kicked the field goal. And the game probably could have been a different way as well. The fact that we had no kicker, we had to go for 4 down and literally everything that could have been field goals. But that probably made the game how it is now 26-0. But the Panthers had no chance to win. They got bullied on every level of the game, from the trenches, quarterback play, every setup play, coaching, everything the Panthers got destroyed on. Starting off with Bryce Young. In my eyes, he probably had one of the worst games he's had as a pro. It's not far to see. It's not all on him, but I'm definitely putting a lot of blame on him too. He missed some throws very bad throws actually. And there were times that he did make some really damn good throws, but you can't throw it and catch it. So Bryce Young was not very good. I'm not even gonna dive into the stats. He only had about 132 yards passing. Other key was he was sacked 6 times. We riding off of all of that momentum and confidence that Bryce Young had. It was sad to see that we went back to this. I think this we went backwards badly because of this game. And I just hope, like I said, Bryce Young got sacked 6 times. The line did him no favors. We couldn't run the ball, and then we were always in third and long, and then the eaters came to eat. Uh I know we spent a top 6 selection on Ike Kwano, but truth be told, he's not a left tackle of the future. I'm sorry to say, I know his second year, but he's been abused. He's regressed severely compared to the first year. I think he's given up now 18 sacks on the year, and I think that's the most in NFL history by any player, any position. He's regressed terribly. I still believe that he has physical tools to be a good, capable starter in the NFL. But I think they have to kick him into guard. He can't keep protecting Bryce Young. Not the way that he's regressed this year. The Panthers gave up at the start of the game 53 sacks in the season, second most only to Washington. We gave up 6 more today, so that's 59. Well, only to Sam Howell. So we 59 sacks Bryce Young has had, and he still manages to get up and play quarterback. He did get injured early. He held his back. I thought it didn't look good, but he got up and he continued the game. If it was him, for his sake, I would have hold the back, the leg, the arm, the elbow, everything, and just call the ambulance, put him on the field, and just drag me straight out of the stadium, drive me straight back to Charlotte. 'Cause I really don't understand why the line was. The line, like it, the line, they gotta investigate the line for getting P today. Cause that line, after those last 2 games, that line today, something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. Blame it on the coaching too, the preparation. Thomas Brown gets blamed, Chris Tabor gets blamed. But that line took a major step backwards after Chuba Hubbard, who's been eating and feasting, just went. Another thing, outside of Thielen, I really don't know. I know DJ Chark had a good game last week and I was happy, but they threw about Bryce Young threw about 4 dots to Chark. I don't know. He got some type of cooking oil on his hands or something that he can't catch. It can't go on. I know they got one more game. Get it out of the week. It can't go on like this no more. Bryce Young is one tough SOB to stadium play. I couldn't be a quarterback and them things happen. I slapped DJ Chark at the sideline. I slapped every offensive lineman. I slapped Thomas Brown and I slapped Chris Tabor. And then when David Tepper come, I slap he too. Because something got to be wrong that you just put me out here to field street.
You can't slap people.
I slap all of them. Every last one of us. I make them stand up at attention, slap every last one of them. But like I said, Bryce Young is a tough son of a bitch because being sacked 59 times can't feel good. Among our quarterbacks that's been out right now, and he's still alive and standing, speaks a lot about him. I know he's resilient and wants the team to walk, but thank God, it's only one more game. One more game. Offense was horrendous. Like I said, I don't mind that I say 0. Yes, we got shut out, but if Guerrero didn't decide that he needed to put on more makeup and then pull his hamstring, then we would have actually scored points. Cause he would have kicked a few field goals. I think it was like 9-0 at halftime. We had 2 chances to kick field goals. It would have been 9-6 at halftime. The game could have been different. But without a kicker, it was tough because playing with 4 downs on 4th and 8 and so we don't have receivers to get open. Again, it went back into there. Bryce Young had nowhere to throw the ball at times. And then the line wasn't holding. It felt like a Frank Wright team when we just couldn't do nothing. This to me felt like one of those early Frank Wright games, and Frank Wright wasn't even there. So this was tough to watch. Defensively, we did a lot defensively, bend but don't break. And remember, me and KG was here, and I said, do not let Etienne tread iron. Well, I guess only me get a message because Etienne tread him.
Mhm.
He had a big 62-yard touchdown run. Outside task. Come on, we gotta continue. The team just didn't want. It looked like the team checked out of the season. They were playing not to get injured. Even Luvu, who is one hell of a physical player, he played like I saw Better running for a scramble, and he just touched him, and Better wasn't even going down. He didn't even try to tackle him. I just don't think that they were. Think Better had like 178 passing yards. Ingram had 6 catches, just walked the middle of the field. I don't think Ridley did anything. Better had a big throw to to Agnew. What I can't understand is they made CJ Henderson inactive, made JC Han active, and then JC Han went to warm ups and said he tore hot knee. So he ain't play. So Shaquille Griffin found out he was starting during warm ups when they already sent out the active. But if you know JC Han in practice Wednesday and Thursday and only limited practice on Friday, what the hell just downgrade him to out and have CJ Henderson. I don't understand certain things that this Panthers team does do. Like I say, it's just one more week of it. One more week of the misery in the shit show. And to top it all off, like I said, now there's that video going around of David Tucker Tepper being heavily provoked and tossing a drink outside of his suite at a fan. I don't care who you are. You toss a drink at me like that, I jumping over that thing. I don't care how billion you got. But I was either holding my eye and say like the girl I'm legally blind, but I was legally blind that he had to pay me millions of dollars, or I jumping in that street and I slapping he. Something gonna give. He gonna get fined. We may lose draft picks. I hope the
You know
NFL
that's
force
fine.
him. I hope the NFL force him to sell it. That's thug-like behavior, and I know the NFL don't want that thing. You know how much people calling for your head right now in terms of selling that team? It ain't looking good in Carolina. It's a shit show. We officially the worst team in the NFL. We just gave the Bears the number one pick. From top to bottom, we are not good. It starts with the owner. He's a thug. The GM stand up right there and watch all of it. It had looked like a mannequin. That's what somebody said. The GM stand up there and watch everything, and tie him a mannequin because he ain't move. So
Shocked, man. He was shocked.
he must have there saying, if I go do something, he gonna fire me. If I don't do nothing, he might act like I ain't there. I don't know which one it was, but he just stand up there with the hand in the pocket and he move. So we don't know what's going on. Joe Parsons tried to reach out to the NFL. The NFL said they are aware of the video circulating and have been and have investigated it. They tried to reach out to the Panthers. The Panthers ain't even nobody respond back to Joe Parsons. Panthers said, nah, suck yourself. You ain't getting nothing from me. So God knows what's going on in Carolina right now. It just didn't look good. I guarantee by Tuesday you're gonna hear something nice. But very, very bad game. And I don't really put all on Table. Table had the team fighting, but this game here, I just remember I said when Trevor Lawrence wasn't playing, do not get complacent. This team came out complacent. This team came out flat. It didn't look like they wanted to play. The season was already done. Derek Brown was the only one fighting out there. Thielen was the only one fighting out there. Brian Bonds played well. Outside of that, that was it. Why would you leave Better just tread you underneath? Press the man.
CJ.
Press him. Let shut down Etienne, but unfortunately we just didn't have it in us today. It was disappointing. I give F's across the board to everything. Special teams, because Guerrero decided to get injured. Offense, defense, coaching. Everything is F's today. Thank God is one more week of this. I don't even know about watching Beacon them next week. I just pray that Bryce Young make it through this last game without getting an injury. I wouldn't play Derek Brown. I wouldn't play Brian Bonds. Those are core pieces. But
Why you can play spoiler with Buccaneers?
that's Buccaneers business. I ain't got a thing to do with me. I hope Baker stick it to him. No, I don't know. Let me lie. I hope them ride Baker in thing. The Buccaneers playing for something. If they win, they win the division because they lost today, so they still control their destiny. Panthers gonna play spoiler. I know they're gonna be fired up, but I wasn't playing certain portions because what's the point of getting them injured now when the season is last? I was not doing it. Derek Brown was not playing. Brian Bones was not playing. I'm playing everybody else. Probably not JC Han, but everybody else would be playing. So we'll see. But really disappointing game today. I expected a lot more from the Panthers. I expected that we were going to compete. We were going to fight. I did say 24-20 last night, but we couldn't even put a point on the board. And sad to see that we went backwards in every aspect of the game, including my partner, Bryce Young, because even him took a step back. Wasn't good from him either. Missed a lot of throws. But then when he did make throws, the receivers didn't help him. And it's just sad how things played out today. Very, very frustrating to watch. And all our fans tuned it out, changed the game. They couldn't watch it. They said for the first time, it's unwatchable. So that's what it's been now in Carolina. That's what it is now. Carolina's now an unwatchable football team. Very hard to watch. And like I say, starts with the owner. And the only good thing coming out of this is there's one more week of NFL for the Panthers, and then we'll see where the team goes from there. So we'll see. All right. Well, KG might take a long time.
Again,
Hi, look here.
Go first. Let me-
KG, you go. Okay, KG, go ahead. KG, don't take long on the Eagles. Not a bit. Not a bit.
Let Shane go.
Oh Jesus! I gotta go. I gotta go church. So
Why church don't start till 11 o'clock?
No, church don't start. Church start all in there.
Okay, so first thing I
How
say,
long for New Year service?
Yeah, I don't know.
And you still got church on Sunday?
over me, just don't start 11.
No, church. Our church don't start. Our church start 10:30.
Oh, today is Sunday, but you had church today too?
Yes, only as night. I'm going to church. Church
You had
start
church
10.
till 11 o'clock, church start till 11 o'clock?
Church start 10:30.
Oh, okay, that's it.
So it done 9:30 already. Soon gotta go get ready. Shane, go ahead.
Far for the church.
It don't matter. Don't ask my business.
I know what I'm passing the show. Anyhow, the finals today beating the Washington Commanders 27-10 has clinched the number one seed in the NFC. I know I have the home field advantage, so the next game really don't mean anything. But I want to play that game because we're playing against the Rams, who everybody jumping on the back now. They're the hottest thing in the NFC right now, since they win 6 of the last 7 games and looking dangerous. But besides that, though, winning this game, the game started off. Everybody was wondering, how the team gonna bounce back after playing Ravens and blah 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 and this and that. And the team came out. Shanahan game plan in the beginning. I think in the first half was a run heavy game. A lot of carries by McCaffrey. When I said a lot, I just mean like he had 3 carries in a series, but they were getting big gains, so it wasn't really a lot because he only had 14 carries in the whole game. But he did get injured in the late third quarter with a minor calf strain. He would try and come back in, but they just tell him not to come back in. So Elijah Mitchell took over after that. At halftime, the score was 13-10. Some people were shocked. Some people wasn't. I wasn't in shock because the team were playing good and it was a high possession game. So it ain't like the Finals had the ball a lot to go down the field and score. I think they had the ball 3 times in the first half, and one was a touchdown, second one was a field goal, the third one was a stop. So I think the game was always in control. Redskins did have some big explosive plays to Scary Terry, and then what he named Brian Robinson, his first time back in a while. He looked good, gashing, taking advantage of our weakest spot right now is up the middle because Armstead is still injured and we're rotating defensive tackles up the middle. So that was a kind of sore spot. But then, as Kyle does all the time, he made a few adjustments. Came in the second half. I think we got 2 picks from the defense. And then Paulie and the boys went to work. Ayuk, big game, 114 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Elijah Mitchell, he came in and he ran the ball very well. I think he had 11 carries with like 50-something or 40-something yards in a touchdown. So efficient. time possession, efficient scoring, and then Paulie broke the San Francisco 49ers single season record today for the most yards in a single season with 4,781. I think it was. He beat Jeff Garcia, who had it held. So we are on the uppity up. Now we just see who what Kyle gonna decide to do next week. Is he gonna rest, take a L, start Sammy D, play some backups, get some rotational guys in there, see what they got about, or do we come in still swinging and keep momentum going? So we see what he does, and then after a game, I want to go ahead and thank my partner down there below for helping me secure the number 1 spot by going ahead and lay down. I asked him to lay down all day. I think he finally succumbed to it and said, "Yeah, he can."
Hey man, you got 10 referees in Dallas too. But leaving the Lions lose that game too.
Yeah, I ain't even touched it.
If the Lions had win that game, then it would have been. Are you gonna play next week?
Right, exactly. So I know I ain't even touched that Lions game. I still can't believe that, and I still can't believe what happened at the end of that. I still don't believe how so many referees still are wrong right now. But the 49ers are back to farm, back to handling business. Now with the number 1 seed, now we get the rest after the first week. We don't get to play in the wild card rounds, and we come into the divisional rounds and see how that goes. I like it. I kind of like it. And then we have home field advantage as well. So we see how that works out. I don't think any of the injuries that we got today was heavy. They keep reporting as McCaffrey has a light calf strain. They just held him back out for precautionary reasons. And then everybody else who didn't start was just held off because, going for the run. You're going to see Armstead again till the playoff time. So you need to worry about the rotating guys in the middle. Kinlaw had a good game. Kevin Gibbons had a good game. I think we had 2 sacks. The game reporting that we only had 1, but I know Bosa had 1. And Cleanup Farrell had 1. I thought we'd get a little bit more sacks on Howell, but he would do a good job of getting the ball out of his hands. He looked good. I think he played well against our defense, well against the rush. 2 picks were tight picks. The one that he threw the wall was kind of a fightable pick, but Ward just played sticky defense. And then the second one that he threw, Bosa hit him as he was throwing, and it went kind of awkward into the defender hand. So not a bad game from Howell, and not a bad game from Brian Robinson too. But in the end, the better team won, and we are the number 1 seed.
All right. Well, yeah, handle your business. Well, you kind of got 2 weeks off because next week's game don't mean much.
Next week's game is useless.
But we'll see how Shanahan handles it as we go on through the week.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see McCaffrey playing next week.
No, I wouldn't even scuffy too until you stay home.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see. All right, so now
Look at Humpy.
this Kiji, you take it easy. All right, Kiji. Let's hear what happened with your team now.
Well, obviously you can see the change in my background. My background ain't the same. You see why I got on? An old Sixers and Iverson jersey. Why? Because my football team suck. Officially suck. If you watch the show all year round, and if you watch the show, or even listen to the show from last night, or even from yesterday, I said that we probably gonna win this game, but there's a chance we're gonna lose this game. I should have given a percentage of the chance that we were gonna lose this game. And we did. Again. For some reason, we started off in the first half good. Can't sustain it in the second half. I don't understand why. All in the year, we start off horrible in the first half and dominate in the second half. We just couldn't seem to put it together. But let's get down to it. First half of the game, first drive, came out, running the football, right? Passing the football. Very decisive on our drive and our play calling. So and those drives going on down the field in our first drive. We wasn't Jalen Hurt looked poised, getting the ball out of his hands quick, making the right reads, the right decisions, taking the check downs, not forcing the football. Offensive play play caller was dialing up the right plays, the right scheme, getting the Andrew Swift involved, and then after there you go. Easy touchdown. You heard me said it. This is one of the easiest drives I've seen all year. And then after, here comes Arizona. You know that Arizona does not have a starting wide receiver, does not have a number one wide receiver, does not have an all-pro wide receiver, does not have a number two wide receiver, does not even have a proper number three wide receiver, does not have a decent number one tight end. All I got is a number one quarterback and a number one running back.
Oh, man, take the tight end. The tight end decent. McBride.
Not yet. It's only a couple of games. Instead of you stack the box, right? Because no other receiver gonna beat you, really, right? So guess what you do? You should stack the box, right? But the old assholish Eagles decide not to stack the box. They decide to play soft coverage. And allow Kyler Murray and James Conner just pick you apart. I think James Conner had about 5-6 yards per rush. You refuse to run blitz. You refuse to show disguise. You refuse to confuse the quarterback. You refuse to reroute the wide receivers in press coverage. You can't tell me now you decide to get rid of Sean Desai and bring in Matt Patricia, and then after, voila, there's going to be a change. It's the same bullshit. At this point, you can't blame the coaches no more. You can't blame players no more. You got to blame the organization. It's a stupid organizational philosophy in relying on analytics to dictate the game plan of this football team and the game. Tell me why you playing 10 yards off on 3rd and 8. An easy pitch and catch. All you gotta do is run a fucking 9-yard fucking route. Because guess what? If you play 10 yards off, the quarterback, he trying to attack after the snap on it. He is backpedaling. So he's backpedaling another 5 yards. So you know what the receiver gonna do? So if you're gonna backpedal another 5 yards, I can just run an easy 8-yard, 9-yard in route slant or whatever, and that's an easy pitch and catch. Simple as that. I used to dump Joe Schmo and a coach who don't know football as much as these coaches. I could tell you what the hell gonna happen. So you tell me you don't know what the hell gonna happen? You gonna play 10 yards off on 3rd and 8? You will never win a game playing like that. Never in this league. And I don't understand how is it that these coaches can't do it. And it's probably, at this point, I apologize to Jonathan Gannon. For the simple fact being, if you look at what Jonathan Gannon doing right now in Arizona, he's blitzing a whole lot more than he did in Philly. If you look at what Jim Schwartz is doing right now, he got a defense blitzing, playing aggressive, and right now is playing at a number 1 defense right now in Cleveland. So this is an organizational issue. It's no longer a coaching issue. It's no longer a players issue. It's an organizational issue. It's an analytics issue. That's the issue with this football team right now. It's a Jeffrey Lurie and how we issue right about now. And they got fixes. Hot take. This team ain't win the Super Bowl unless they get rid of this, unless they change the organizational and analytics philosophy. It ain't changing. It ain't changing.
I know the analytics.
No. They ain't win no Super Bowl if they don't fix it. You got to get rid of that. The reason why you lose that Super Bowl last year is because you decided to just sit in soft zone coverage all game. And I think just because of your organizational analytics. You rely on analytics too much. I side with Jim Schwartz. I'm side with Jonathan Gannon, and I'm seeing it now with Sean Deshae and Matt Patricia. You can't tell me these coaching staff don't know how to coach and calling a bunch of shit right about now. That don't make no sense. At this point, you got to blame the organization. You can't blame the coaches. You can't blame players no more. At this point, all they want to do is stop giving up the big plays on defense and create big plays on offense. It don't work like that. Because if you have a passive defense, the players will be passive. And when you're passive, you're going to be passive at tackling. You're going to be passive in your technique. You're going to be passive in your fundamentals. That's where you make mistakes. You have to be aggressive. Aggressive in your technique. Aggressive in your fundamentals. Aggressive in your tackling. This is where this team is struggling. This is why this team is not a good football team right about now. This is why this team has been struggling since the bye week. And offense is the same nonsense going on again. And I think next year, and they don't know what to do and how to fix it. Right now, he's a stooge, if you ask me. Because it's impossible for you to see that your team was not proficient on offense in the first half and at times in the second half, and also get the run game going early in the season and halfway through the season, and you went to the bye week. You had 2 weeks to prepare. You come out the bye week, and you still look lackluster, horrible, and did not know what to do on offense. In that Kansas City game, I said it was a win, but I was not satisfied. Why? Of what I said earlier. Went to Buffalo, same shit. Went to San Francisco, you get your ass handed to you. Went to Dallas, get your ass handed to you. After that, I say, what? This coaching staff can't fix it. At this point next year, you got to be fired at the end of the season. This is a one and done playoff team. They don't need to be in the playoffs. Right now, I don't even think Carolina is the worst team in the NFL. I think this team is the worst team in the NFL.
That mean you ain't watching no football.
No. We're the worst team in the NFL, partner. Because you can't have this talent and still suck like this.
I
guarantee you.
I'm gonna tell Carolina put up 30 points.
I don't know, but
No. I'm gonna tell the Eagles. No, let me rephrase that. I'm gonna tell Carolina put up 20 points.
I can't. You gotta tell me.
Twice. I got 17 games. Twice.
Okay then. We're the second worst team in the NFL. But
okay, thank
you. Put it this way. We're the second worst team in the NFL, right?
Well, say that.
So but on offense again, you come out a drive. You come out doing good in the first half, having good drives, good run game, good offensive schemes, good decisions, good playmaking, and things like that. You were up, coming on to the end of the first half, 21-6. Mind you, 21-6. DeAndre Swift only have 5 rushes. You come out of the second. You come out of the what the score was. You come out of the what it is. You come out of the second half. The second half. I think you come out the second half. You had the ball come up. You got the ball. No, Arizona got the ball come to the second half. Drove on the field, scored. And then you got the ball. You got back the ball. You went 3-0. Not even a field goal, not even a touchdown. You didn't even give John Joseph the ball.
Halftime it was 21.
21-6. That's what I'm saying.
6, yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the half. In the second half, you gave Arizona received the ball, and then after they drove straight on the field again, you didn't try to stop them. It was 21-13. You got the ball back. Instead of you decide to establish your run game, develop the run game, create long sustained drives to keep your defense off the field. Because at that point in time, you know your defense is tired. Your defense can't stop a call right about now. They can't stop nobody. They were like Swiss cheese. Instead of you giving your defense a break, you decide to consistently throw the football. Not rely on your run game. Mind you, at that point in time, DeAndre Swift only had 5 carries to 31 yards. And then everything went haywire after that.
You don't score no points in the third quarter.
It came 21-21. Then after that, when you realized you needed a drive, you decided to run the football. Why is it that when you need a drive, you decide to run the football? Why can't you do it when you're up to put away the football game? When you got pass. At this point, I don't think it's a coaching staff no more. I think it's an organizational issue. Yeah, in the coaching staff no more. It can't. But the one thing again, okay, you're up 28-21. You're at Arizona 20. You gonna call 2 quarterback drives back to back? You got to be the most dumbest play call in the NFL, coaching staff in the NFL to call that. I can't put that on the organization. Come on.
Why Brian Johnson think he's still in college?
You got to be the most. That's a stupid play call. You can't.
That's why they're doing college.
You call a quarterback drop. You pick up 9 yards. You call another quarterback drop to the other side of the field. You think the defense is gonna pick up that?
That is the second time I hear you talk about a play call and call one side of the field. You walk and then come back and then call to the other side of the field again and then get stuck.
Common sense has to tell you that ain't gonna walk. So again, remember I said, if it's Nick Sirianni and his team, it's his offense. You saw it all in the season. You watch the film. You tell me you can't see, and you still allow this. You still allow this dude to call plays. Are you afraid to take over and call plays? Do you not know how to call plays? This is what I'm saying. This dude has no feel for his football team and for the game. This is the reason why he has to go. Regardless, because guess what? Okay, what you gonna do? What you gonna do next year? You're gonna say next year, okay, you're gonna get rid of all these other coaching staffs and bring in another set of coaching staff. They do good. Another team picks them up. What are you gonna do again? Why it happens again and this happens again? You think next year I'm gonna fix it? No. All right. Arizona type the game, right?
2020.
They tried to get 28-28. They decided to go for the onside kick. You get you recover the onside kick. You decide to throw the football. Not run it, trade. You got 2 minutes and change left. You decide to trade, not run it. Not rely on your offensive line, your dominant offensive line, and your 1,000-yard rusher in DeAndre Swift. You decide to just trade. You decide not to get creative. All right. Second down. Right now it's 4th and 10. Second down. You decide not to run it again, or even get creative again, and not even come up with a decent creative pass. Decent creative passing play. You decide to come up with a stupid vanilla passing play. And there you go, you're on 3rd and 10. And then guess what? You decide to call a running back screen where the running back is outside, where you're allowing Devontae Smith, who's your smallest player, to block. You're allowing Dallas Goedert to block. That ain't gonna happen.
That's when he get injured.
That's when you get injured. Why don't you allow your biggest physical wide receiver to block in AJ Brown and Dallas Goedert to block, who's a tight end, and probably motion out the arm left tackle? That's not hard to do. It's the stupid play calling that's hampering this football team right now. Is the reason why this football team is not a good football team. Is the reason why this football team will lose in the first round of the playoffs. I don't even expect to watch that damn stupid Giants. I wish the last. I wish they didn't lose that game, win that game last week. Honestly, I wish they didn't. I wish they didn't win that. I wish they lost that Kansas City game, and I wish they lost that Buffalo game. So right now, you're obviously gonna lose. You're obviously gonna lose the division. You're our last number 1 seed. You're gonna be a wild card, and you're probably gonna lose in the first round.
Ain't looking pretty.
I said it 4 weeks ago. I expect a firing at the end of the playoffs. I expect a firing and a big firing too. Cause you can't come back with the same bullshit again. You have to stop devaluing the linebacker position and the safety position. You got to put value in those positions. If you look at some of the best defenses in this league, they have very good linebackers. Look at the Baltimore Ravens. Look what they have out there. A Patrick Queen, a Raekwon Smith. Look at what they have at safety. A Kyle Hamilton, that Williams fella. Even look at San Francisco. Look what they got an underarm linebacking core. A Greenlaw, a Fred Warner. You will not win in this league relying on analytics and valuing certain positions. All F grades all around for this whole football team.
Wow.
And they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose next week again. Yeah, they're gonna lose next week again.
Well, on Tuesday we'll give our final word after you look at the tape.
Wow.
Usually, it's a lot of reactions from the game, so
Same shit. F on Tuesday too.
we'll see what happens on Tuesday when we come around, and then check out all the scenarios for who making playoffs and who ain't gonna make playoffs. But yeah, that's it from our post game reaction show. As you can see, not very good from Carolina and Philly side, but all's well on the San Fran front. Like I said, on Tuesday we'll definitely go into detail and see if anything could be salvaged going forward. But Carolina is out, San Fran is in, and Philadelphia is in. So we'll talk about Philly and San Fran's playoffs going forward as we see what's going to happen with Carolina and the turnover in Carolina. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but I think that's it from us. Still got Green Bay going on now. Still some games happen. Houston won, Jacksonville won, the Colts won. All three are tied heading into the final week. In the NFC South, the Buccaneers lost, Saints won. I think the Falcons are out because they lost to the Bills, so it's up to the Saints and Saints and Buccaneers. Buccaneers win and they're in. Losing a Saints win and they're in. Bills won. Seahawks lost to the Steelers. Chiefs clinched the AFC West over the Bengals. Bengals are eliminated. Raiders played the Colts here. So still some good games. The Ravens made a statement again against Miami, so they're the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see what happens into that final week. That final week is gonna be a very, very important week. A lot of divisional games. So we'll talk about that going forward. But We're gonna see everyone on Tuesday for our final recap of week 17 and looking forward to the final week 18 of the NFL regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see. Outside of that, that's it from us. We hope everyone have a happy new year. Enjoy yourself tonight. Keep safe, and we'll see everyone on Tuesday, 2nd of January, 8 o'clock, usual time.
Don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe as always.
Until Tuesday. Happy New Year. Peace.